what's going on, guys? This is Brian with Simpleman's Comics in collaboration with Comic Book Speculation and Investing. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about my picks for comic books that are coming out Wednesday, September 27th, 2017. It's a pretty good week for comics. There's some great titles coming out, some good DC books, Marvel, Image, a couple independent picks. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get this rolling. Kicking us off this week, we have Action Comics number 988. This is part 2 to the Oz Effect. As Superman struggles with the ramification of Mr. Oz's identity, the mysterious figure's origins, and the long road to Superman's doorstep finally reveal themselves. We have a lenticular cover for this. There's also the non-lenticular cover, and there's a regular priced variant as well. Next, we have Batgirl number 15. This is going to be Summer of Lies part 2. Just as Batgirl and Nightwing discover which villain from their past has returned, they realize something worse. It was all a trap. When everything they thought knew comes crashing down, will they be able to confront their true feelings for each other? This is going to have a regular cover by Dan Mora. There's also a regular priced variant for this by Joshua Middleton. Batman the Murder Machine number 1. This is going to be a foil stamped cover. As the events of Dark Knight's Metal rock the DC Universe, the creatures of the Dark Multiverse stand ready to invade our world. How can even the world's greatest heroes stop a horde of deadly beings that appear to be powerful, nightmare versions of familiar figures? Find out in this special tie-in issue. Detective Comics number 965, A Lonely Place of Living Part 1. Where in the world is Tim Drake? Red Robin faces a crossroads, escape the most devious prison ever devised, or find himself abandoned beyond time and space for all eternity. Not much of a choice, right? But when he finds out just who's locked in there with him, Tim's role will change in ways he's never imagined. This is going to have a regular cover by Eddie Barrows. There's also a regular priced variant by Raphael Albuquerque. Flash number 31. This is part 2 to the Bloodwork story arc. Central City is the battleground for one of the most brutal fights of Barry Allen's life as he squares off against the monstrous Bloodwork, whose powers are so gruesome, we can't tell you more about him here. Making things worse for the Flash as he confronts this unstoppable new threat is the fact that it's all his fault. Witness the penultimate act of the Negative Flash story and the beginning of an unforgettable new chapter in Barry Allen's life. We have a regular cover by Carmine Di Giandomenico. There's also a regular priced variant by Howard Porter. Nightwing the New Order number 2. Dick Grayson's commitment to the Crusaders is put to the test after he learns a shocking secret about a member of his own family. Eager to keep the scandal as quiet as possible, Grayson turns to an old friend for some answers, and what he learns will alter his destiny forever. Redneck number 6. This is the blood-drenched finale to the first story arc, Deep in the Heart. All the death and destruction the Bowmans have caused finally leads the authorities to their little farm. Surrounded by cops with no way out, is this the end for the Bowman clan? Surely Grandpa will have something to say on the matter. Now this has a regular cover. There's also a regular price variant for this by Lorenzo De Felici. If you aren't reading this title, you guys are absolutely missing out. In fact, if you want to see a review of the first issue, you got to check out Rooster's review of Redneck number 1 on this very YouTube channel. Check it out, guys. Saga number 47. Now this issue looks interesting because it looks like we have a first appearance of a new character. Southern Bastards number 18. This is part 4 to Gut Check. Roberta Tubbs' entire life was prepared for this moment, but how far is she willing to go to avenge her daddy? Now there's a regular cover by Jason Latour, but there's also a regular price variant for this issue by Fiona Staples. This is another great title by Image Comics. I love this story. The only problem with it is it seems to have issues either keeping a regular schedule. So I think a lot of the reader base falls off of it, but it's still a great pickup. So I love this, and that's why it's in my weekly picks. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe again, number 5. Now this is the last issue to this series. There's a regular cover by Dave Johnson. There's also a regular priced variant for it by Casper Wingard. I think that's how you pronounce it. Generations Miles Morales Spider-Man and Peter Parker Spider-Man number 1. When it comes to problems, Peter Parker's got it all. Bullies at school, ailing aunt, a doppelganger, crushing responsibility, and wait, a doppelganger? Can Peter ever catch a break? And what does all this craziness have to do with Miles Morales? Now there's a regular cover by Ramon Perez. There's a regular price variant by Olivier Coipel. There's also an incentive variant for this by Chris Sprouse. The incentive variant is not shown. Generation Sam Wilson, Captain America, and Steve Rogers, Captain America number 1. They were part of the greatest generation, and now Sam Wilson finds himself alongside them yet again in a strange yet familiar setting. fighting shoulder to shoulder with Captain America and Bucky against a seemingly unstoppable threat to the safety of the world. There's a regular Paul Renaud cover. There's also a regular priced variant by John Cassidy, as well as an incentive variant by Paolo Rivera. Infamous Iron Man number 12. With enemies on all sides, how can Victor Von Doom continue to carry on the legacy of Iron Man, especially when the legacy of Dr. Doom still haunts him at every turn? Don't miss this very special issue, as events will have massive repercussions to the rest of the Marvel Universe. This has 2 covers, guys. Both of them are regular priced, and both are by Alex Maleev. But if you can get one, pick up the B cover for this, because that looks to be pretty hot. I know some places online are already selling out of it. Marvel Legacy number 1. Everything starts here. It begins at the dawn of the human race, and it ends with the child's prayer. In between, empires fall, mysteries brew, secrets are revealed, quests are undertaken, and legends are forged. This comic is going to ship with 16 different covers, guys. There's a regular Joe Quesada double gatefold cover. There's a Joe Quesada variant lenticular cover. There's a variant Greg Land cover. There's a variant Terry Dodson party cover. There's a variant Mark Brooks wraparound cover. There's a variant Scotty Young baby cover. There's a variant John Tyler Christopher trading card cover. There's an incentive Amy Reeder Women of Marvel variant cover. There's an incentive Alex Ross variant cover. There's an incentive Alex Ross sketch cover. There's an incentive Joe Quesada double gatefold sketch cover. There's an incentive Mike Deodato Jr. wraparound color variant. There's also an incentive Mike Deodato Jr. wraparound black and white variant. There's an incentive Joe Quesada premium variant. There's an incentive Terry Dodson party sketch variant. And there's also an incentive Valerio Schiti retailer variant. Spider-Gwen number 24. The aftermath of the Predator storyline leaves Gwen in a very different place. Matt Murdock's plans have all come home to roost, and when you plan like our good friend Murdock does, you know that ain't pretty. So what's the next evolution step for Spider-Gwen? This is an issue a lot of people have been looking out for. Spider-Gwen 24 is supposed to have the introduction of Gwenom. There's a regular cover by Robbie Rodriguez. There's also a regular priced Venomized Vulture variant by Paolo Siqueira. Star Wars Jedi of the Republic Mace Windu number 2. Now the issue I've shown here is actually the cover B for it, and it is the 40th anniversary Star Wars variant by Adi Granov. It's regular priced, it's a great artist, great cover. I mean, you gotta pick this up, guys. Venomverse number 4. That's right, time for your weekly dose of venom shoved down your freaking throat. This comic's gonna ship with 4 different covers, guys. There's a Nick Bradshaw regular cover, Clayton Crane connecting variant, which is regular priced, a regular priced Elizabeth Torque Poison variant, and an incentive variant by Mark Bagley. Aardvark Comics number 1. Now this comes from Aardvark Vanaheim Publisher. This is a great homage cover to Action Comics number 1, comparing origin of origin stories, real world historical figure, and action number 1, whatever happened to Tex Thompson, Pet Morgan, Chuck Dawson, and Scoop Scanlon, plus the earliest Super Cerebus online strips from July 2016, Lucifer Repents, Goldman Sachs, Get It, Super Cerebus vs. Batvark the movie, British Petroleum Executives, Dirty Sea Shanties, Atari 2600 ET, Superhero Derangement Syndrome, and Composite Batvark, plus so much more, all in this issue of Aardvark Comics number 1. Fujitsu number 1. Now this comes from Aftershock Comics. Fujitsu is the world's smartest boy and has been for the last 100 years. Wait, what? Fu is an unaging genius and has had adventures around the world and around the galaxy, from Einstein and the Wright brothers to Gandhi and Johnny Unitas. Fu has met everyone in history while protecting Earth from Robert Wadlow, the world's tallest man, and his dangerous magiscience. Fu exiles himself to Antarctica to try and forget the painful breakup with his ex-girlfriend, Rachel. Meanwhile, Wadlow returns from the far-flung future and sends James Dean, his ultimate assassin, to kill Fu at the South Pole, and you thought your teenage years were tough. This has a regular cover by Wesley St. Clair. There's also a regular priced variant by Greg Smallwood. Jim Henson's Power of the Dark Crystal number 7. As Therma and Kinshu continue on their journey together, Jen is in hot pursuit, rediscovering the world he's ruled and neglected. We're going to have a regular cover by Mike Huddleston. There's also a regular priced variant by monstrous artist Sanaa Takeda. Sisters of Sorrow number 3. Dominique, Greta, and Sarah force Misha to choose between her morality and obtaining justice for her dead son. This is going to have 2 different covers, but it's going to be shipped randomly. Malefic number 1. Now this comes from Devil's Due Publishing. Young Dr. Evelyn Frost gets a chance to redeem her disgraced career when she signs on at a mysterious asylum harboring diabolical paranormal neurotics, the Pit. Frost must treat her supernatural disorders and survive the madness. But a destructive battle of wits begins with inmate 11, who may be the devil. It's all downhill from here. Robotech number 3. This comic's going to ship with 3 different covers. There's a regular David Nakayama cover. There's a Carl Kerschel variant, which is regular priced. There's also another regular priced variant, which is a Blair Shed action figure cover. So there you go, guys. That's my picks for comic books that are coming out Wednesday, September 27th, 2017. Let me know what books you guys are picking up. Put them down in the comments below. Also comment. Let me know what titles I might have missed that you guys are interested in picking up. If you've enjoyed watching this video, click that thumbs up button so I know you guys like it. And as always, if you want to see more videos and others like it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. Also, give some love to some other YouTube channels. Some of these channels, they have great video hauls, great comic content. I want to give you some names, some recommendations. A couple of channels you might be interested in. SNMC. I'm going to put them up here on the screen also so you can see. There's another one. He's Got Freaking Issues. Always has great comic video hauls. Show him some love. Give him some views. Subscribe to his channel as well. The Comic Book Villain. Another great channel. Lots of great videos of comic book hauls and other content. Also, CBSI Comic Book Video Haul. That's a great channel. A bunch of people from CBSI showing videos of their comic book hauls. Great content. And last but definitely not least, show some love to Comic Power. There's another great comic book channel. All these channels are great. They're on YouTube. They're all good comic book channels. We're all one community here. We got to show some love and support each other. I'm telling you, these are all great channels. Give them some views. Subscribe to them. You won't regret it. Hey, this has been Brian with Simpleman's Comics, and I'll catch you guys next week.